Hey everyone, and welcome. So, are you looking at that massive CUE syllabus and just wondering where the guaranteed easy marks are hiding? I get it. Well, you have come to the exact right place. Today, we're going to unlock a chapter that is an absolute gold mine for direct, straightforward questions. Let's turn this topic into your secret weapon for the exam.
Okay, I want you to think like an examiner for just a second. India is now the world's most populous country. Do you really think they're going to ignore that on the exam? Absolutely not. This headline is practically a direct hint for what's coming on your paper. So, how do we turn this big news into guaranteed marks? Well, I'm about to show you the blueprint. Let's get right into it.
All right, first things first, we're not just going to memorize a bunch of random facts. We are going to study SMART, and that always starts with understanding why the examiners love this topic so much. Knowing their strategy is the real key to acing this whole section. Just look at this breakdown. This right here is why we're focusing on this. The questions are incredibly predictable. We're talking direct theory MCQs, questions about population graphs, and your general awareness of family planning. The bottom line is this. If you master this, you are looking at one, maybe two questions that are practically free marks, and that can be the difference maker. So let's build that concept clarity right now. So let's start with the absolute foundation. When you hear the term reproductive health, please don't just think about biology. That's the very first trap students fall into. It's a much, much bigger concept that connects biology with society and public health, which, you guessed it, makes it a perfect multidimensional topic for your exam. Okay, get ready to screenshot this or jot it down. This is the official WHO definition, and it is a goldmine for MCQs. The key phrase to lock in is total well-being. Examiners love to test if you know it's not just about the physical stuff, it's also emotional, behavioral, and social. They'll ask something like, which of the following is not part of reproductive health? And you'll know the answer instantly. And this slide breaks it down perfectly. These are the four pillars: physical, emotional, behavioral, and social. Just think of it like this: a healthy body, a healthy mind, making healthy choices, and having a supportive society. The classic CUT question is to ask, which of these is not a component? So go ahead and lock these four pillars in your mind right now. Now for a super critical fact. Mark this year in your brain, 1951. This is the year India became one of the very first countries in the entire world to launch a national-level family planning program. This is a classic, direct MCQ question. Don't you dare miss it. So why was that program in 1951 so incredibly important? Well, because India was facing a massive challenge, the population explosion. Yeah, the term sounds dramatic because the situation was dramatic. Let's break down what caused this rapid increase and why it's such a central theme in this chapter. So what really caused this explosion? Okay, here is a crucial point, and it's a very common trap. The main reason was not a sudden spike in birth rates. Instead, it was a rapid decline in the death rate. This happened thanks to better healthcare, which dramatically reduced maternal and infant mortality. Basically, people started living longer, and that's what fundamentally tilted the scale. And what about the consequences? Well, they are a textbook example of cause and effect, which is exactly why this topic is perfect for those assertion reasoning questions. Think about it. Assertion: population explosion leads to widespread poverty. Reason: it puts immense strain on resources like food and jobs. See that? It's a perfect logical link. Remember this pattern. Okay, so we've identified the problem. Now, let's talk about solutions. This next section covers the strategies and models that governments, including India's, have used to manage and stabilize population growth. This is the application part of the chapter, and it's super important. Here are the key strategies. Now, direct things like promoting contraceptives are pretty obvious. But which one of these do you think is the most powerful long-term solution? It's the one that often gets overlooked: increasing access to education for women. An educated woman is empowered to make informed choices, which naturally, over time, leads to smaller families. This link is a critical concept for your exam. And here it is, the star of the show, the demographic transition model. I'm telling you, CUET loves this thing. So let's walk through it. Imagine a timeline. Stage 1, pre-industrial times. High birth rates, but also high death rates. So the population is pretty stable. Stage 2, suddenly, healthcare gets way better. Death rates plummet, but birth rates stay high. And boom, that right there is your population explosion. Stage 3, society gets wealthier, more educated, and birth rates finally start to fall.
And stage 4, we reach stability. Low birth rates, low death rates, a developed society. Your job is going to be to read a description and pinpoint the exact stage. You have got to master the sequence.
Okay, theory time is officially over. Let's see if all that information actually stuck. I've got some exam-style questions coming right up. For each one, I want you to hit pause, solve it yourself, and then we'll break down the answers together. You ready to test your knowledge? Let's do this.
First up, a direct memory-based question. We just covered this a minute ago. When did India launch its National Family Planning Program? Take a second, lock in your answer. Go on, pause now.
Question 2. A classic match the following that tests your understanding of the demographic transition model. Go ahead and match each stage in List I with its correct characteristic from List 2. This is all about knowing that sequence. Pause the video and work it out. Now for a multi-statement question. You have to read each statement very, very carefully. Your job is to find all of the correct statements from this list. Watch out for any tricky wording. Go ahead, pause, and select your combination. And last but not least, an assertion-reason question. So first, you've got to figure out if the assertion and the reason are true by themselves. Then you decide if the reason is the correct explanation for the assertion. These can be tough, so really think logically. Pause and decide. Okay, time's up. Let's see how you did. For question 1, the answer is B, 1951, that critical date. For Q2, the correct sequence is A. Stage 1 is high-high, Stage 2 is the explosion when death rates decline, Stage 3 is when birth rates finally start to drop, and Stage 4 is stable with low-low. For Q3, Statement 4 is the trap. An increased death rate would do the opposite, so A is correct. And for Q4, the answer is A. Both statements are true, and the economic reason is absolutely the correct explanation for why a small family improves quality of life. Perfect logic. So how did you do? Excellent work. Now let's move into the final phase of our prep. This is where we lock in all that knowledge with some simple memory tricks. And, just as importantly, I'm going to show you the common traps to avoid. This is how you mistake-proof your exam.
For the causes of the population explosion, I want you to just remember DDL. Decreased death rate, development in healthcare, and longer life. Simple, right? And for the solutions, those stabilization strategies, remember ELIC, education, late marriage, incentives, and contraception. Say them out loud with me, DDL and ELIC. These are your quick recall tools for the exam.
Okay, I need your full attention right now. This is where students lose easy marks. Let's go over these common traps so you don't fall into them. Trap number 1, mixing up the demographic stages. You have to drill that sequence. Trap number 2, and this is the big one, thinking birth rates increased. No, it was the decline in death rates. Please remember that. Trap 3, forgetting the social and emotional parts of health. And the final, golden rule, always read every single option. Don't get lazy on that last step. All right, let's do a final rapid-fire revision. If you remember nothing else from this, remember these 5 points. 1. Reproductive health has 4 pillars: physical, emotional, social, behavioral. 2. The population explosion was caused by a decline in the death rate. 3. India's family planning program started in 1951. 4. The key solutions are education and contraception. And 5. The small family norm leads to a better quality of life. These are your high-yield facts. And that is a wrap. You've officially mastered the concepts, you've aced the practice, and you know the traps to avoid. Now for the moment of truth. What was your score out of 4? Drop it in the comments below. I want to see our future CUET toppers. And hey, if you didn't get a perfect score, that's okay. Just revise that section. Keep this momentum going, and I'll see you in the next explainer.